Welcome to the Debrief 3.
That's a lovely, nice,
Welcome.
warm welcome. A nice sort of
Welcome to the
wettish, warm
episode.
welcome.
We're keeping that in.
This is Rachel.
Yes.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi,
Rachel.
Who has been initiated into
Yes,
this.
I've been baptized in coffee.
Just a Presbyterian one there.
Yes.
And Rachel is also.
related to me.
We couldn't tell.
Yes, we're sisters.
We're sisters.
So how are we all doing?
We're all good. I think.
Glad it's Friday.
Can't wait.
It was a tiring week. Indeed, it was.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
No, we had a holiday.
Yeah.
It felt more tiring with the holiday, I think.
I had the flu as well.
So.
At the weekend. Yeah,
You did.
I did.
You were out.
I was out.
We can't be restarting this, you know?
No.
We have to stagger it, me and you.
Yes. One week
both
was there,
can't
so
take off.
I'm off.
Otherwise,
Can't be off at the same time. Oh,
office staff will be roped into covering.
you want to teach?
Nope, we're good. We're good. Like we're quite like the office. So.
Sometimes a grade 3. Grade 5 would actually wouldn't mind. Hell of a rich we came up.
Oh,
No,
they actually
they
probably
wouldn't. They
love it.
would actually.
Oh, I don't know. Like depends on the grade.
No, grade 5
I might be stricter. I might just be a pushover.
Right there.
So, icebreaker. How many countries have you been to? Who wants to start?
Hannah can go first.
Can I just list them and then we count?
Yeah, I'll count you
Oh,
first.
okay. The south of Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales,
Yep.
North Macedonia, Greece, Cyprus, Italy, Germany, and I don't think I've been anywhere else.
Nine.
Yeah, it's
Right.
I'm not very well travelled.
Mine's a pure week. Mine's just right. Someone count. I'll count myself. England, Scotland, Wales, Republic of Ireland, Cyprus, Poland, Denmark, and Spain.
Oh,
Nice.
Spain is Denmark.
Yeah,
Denmark,
Yeah.
My auntie lived there. So.
We'll wait till the end for you.
Oh, okay.
There's a reason.
There's a reason. The list.
Me, Malta.
Oh, she was saying
No.
me as a place for me.
Where's me as a place?
Malta, Northern Ireland, South of Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, Croatia, Germany, France, USA, Israel, Austria.
Ooh.
That's-
But
Nice.
how many have you been to?
So
Let me hear last.
we're not counting our hometowns, obviously. So I was born here in Cyprus, so I'm not counting that. So I have been to 20 countries,
Ooh.
mainly in Europe. But I do like to
List
travel.
them all.
Oh, list
Yeah, where
them.
have
Okay,
you been?
so I've
Yes,
been to Albania, Malta.
All over.
That's just a side note. Northern Ireland, Scotland, Ireland, Sweden, Denmark, USA, Canada, Germany, Austria, England, Israel, Jordan, Italy, Netherlands, Vatican City, because that's a
Yes,
country.
it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Greece, Belgium, France, and France. I did put Latvia, but Latvia I've only been to the airport, and that doesn't really count. I
No.
think when you go outside of an airport, I think that definitely
Yeah,
counts.
my sister said she's been to Dubai. She's been to the airport, but she never.
No, that-
Yeah,
Yeah, and we went to Norway that time, remember?
I didn't go to Norway.
You didn't come with us.
Nope.
Oh.
So Norway would be the place I'd like to
I
go.
don't remember that.
You'd been to
We were 10 hours there in the airport in
Yeah,
Norway.
I
and
missed
she's
that.
gone out. It was so expensive to me.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, Norway's pretty
Norway's
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah.
Denmark was very expensive when we went.
It was, and pretty flat. Did you find it quite
Yeah.
flat?
Oh my dad, we went and got ice creams. There's 5
Yeah.
of us,
Oh.
and we converted it 5 ice creams to £25.
Yikes!
Mm.
That is pricey.
My dad
You
said
made
it's the
it.
last time we're going here, and it was the last
Yeah.
time.
My
So.
goodness.
Because they have Danish kroner. They
Yeah,
don't have.
yeah, they don't have euros.
They don't have euros.
They don't
It's
pay.
like €5 an ice cream.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
We worked it out. Yeah.
That's crazy.
We were at the zoo doing the calculations.
How big was the ice cream?
That's just like your normal.
One scoop.
Like a
One
one
scoop.
One
no.
scoop.
One
Uh,
scoop. Oh, wow.
Not even 2 scoops.
I know something like that. I
That's
can't remember. It was
really
ages
weird.
ago. We've been there. I mean,
Mind you,
19.
ice cream over here has gone up.
It
Like
has,
for
I
a
know.
scoop is like €2.50 or €3 nearly.
And it's not as good as your ice cream is
No,
so
it's
creamy.
true.
Morelli's. Or do you like Marinas?
I prefer
Mods.
mods.
Oh, you
Mods,
prefer mods? I
aye.
like mods.
I do like mods.
Marinas is
Yeah.
always busy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mods.
And I quite like Mullins ice cream.
Yeah.
Like I know it's cheap, but it's
I
not
like the
bad.
ones that are like really just little independent ones in
Yes.
this random little village.
Yeah.
I went to one in Wales. My friend took me,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
it was delicious. And it's just
Yeah. The best I had was in Italy.
Yes.
But they told us, this was like,
Never been there.
so my cousin was getting married to an Italian guy,
Mm.
and we had gone out for dinner with his family and stuff, and his dad,
Yeah.
who like, he was like the Italian guy.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, when you get gelato though, you
Yeah.
have to get gelato that it's covered, you don't see it.
Oh.
He said if you see the one that's stacked up,
Yes.
it's filled with water and air because they've whipped it.
Oh.
He says you want to go somewhere where it's like actually covered and it's in a pot.
oh,
And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, there's your fun fact.
I've also heard the color as well.
Yes.
If it looks very bright, then you know it's
Yeah, yeah.
it's not natural.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we
but
were like,
interesting. I always
yeah,
wondered
I
why
know.
it was so whipped. Like I just thought that's
Yeah.
how gelato
No,
is.
so he said it's not the authentic. The authentic's when you go and you know, like a pot. I don't know how to like a bain marie. I don't know if that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
The
Like
ice
the little-
cream
the
tub.
ice
Yeah,
cream
the
tub,
tub.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The cover.
Yeah,
That's
silver
bain marie.
covers.
Yeah.
The bain marie.
Well,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
not-
know
None of
what
you
that
have
is.
worked in hospitality,
Is it
obviously.
not? No, but it's not. No,
Oh,
milk
the
chocolate.
thing
go.
you-
The
Milk
thing you
chocolate or
cover.
something.
Yeah.
You know the salad bar where you go into
Yes.
Northern
Oh.
Irish place and like it's silver and each
Yeah.
tub's silver and
Yeah.
it has a wee lid?
Huh.
That's a
Ah.
bain marie. There you are.
The more you know.
We're not even on to the
No, I
second
know,
question
sorry.
of the icebreaker. Best country of the countries you've been to.
Oh,
I haven't been to many, but Poland was pretty good. Actually, I really liked Poland.
Yeah.
North Macedonia,
It's just-
actually.
Yeah.
I went. My auntie lived there, so I went for 3 weeks to visit her. When I was 17, Mum shipped me off for 3 weeks to go visit your auntie, and Auntie Olive, she'll be watching.
Yes.
So I actually really liked it. It was such an underrated country. Nobody's really been, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I've been twice.
Mm.
So yeah.
Lovely.
I don't know.
What
There's so
about-
many. They're all really good.
I would say for me. Oh, sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Go.
I would say for me Austria, but
I
you're
find
gonna
that-
go-
No, no. I'll do a
I
different one.
really
then.
want
We
to
can
go
do
to
Austria.
Austria is
Annie,
beautiful.
can we come visit you?
Yes.
I want to do the Sound of
Annie.
Music
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. I just love
Yeah.
the.
It's beautiful.
I like outdoorsy things, so I really love the nature in Austria. And
Yeah.
when they talk about hiking, they actually mean an
Mhm.
actual proper hike, not like your little walks
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
So their small hikes are quite
Mhm.
intense, but the landscape is so beautiful. And I've been in autumn when the leaves are changing color, and it's just amazing. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went. We went in the winter time,
that's right.
and I went in the summertime. I haven't been in autumn.
I need to go in spring and summer.
Yeah, just do all the seasons.
I
These
don't
are
know
reasons,
seasons
yeah.
in Austria.
So not
It's like-
Austria.
I
Okay.
feel like there's other places. too.
Well, I'm just gonna say I've been twice. I just love Wales. I think Wales is really nice.
I know, fair.
It's very
Yeah, no, it
beautiful.
is.
I've
People
seen
are so
pictures,
nice.
Yeah.
People are nice.
They are. Shout out Thomas.
Yeah.
No, I agree, Sarah. Actually, Wales is probably very underrated.
Underrated,
I
yeah.
know,
I
it
just
is.
never.
Everyone's like, visit Scotland, visit Northern
Yeah,
Ireland,
Wales is so nice.
but Wales
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Me and Thomas
Visit
went this
England
summer,
too
it was
if
nice.
you want.
Well, what part of Wales did you go to?
It was the south, so
Oh.
Carmarthen.
Oh, I've only been to the north.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
North
Ten
Wales is
Beavers.
better, but that's
Yeah.
what I've been told. By someone
North
from
is-
North Wales.
It's better.
Yeah.
You know, I heard that too. I really want to go there
Yeah.
next.
They speak a lot of Welsh up in North Wales.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Well, that leads on to the next thing. What is? We're still in the icebreaker.
Oh.
What is your What is the country you really want to go to? And then this
Switzerland.
the end.
Austria.
Ah,
Really want to go to
Switzerland.
Austria.
I have several.
Also America.
Aye, Ian.
Yeah,
that's good.
Aye, America and
America.
Canada.
Canada's good.
I would like to do a little road trip.
Yes.
Earn enough money to take like a year off
Yeah.
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
travel.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm in the wrong
Yeah, that would
career
be
for that.
Aye.
for me, it's South Korea.
I wanna go
Land
there
of the
too.
K dramas.
Yeah.
Wanna go everywhere.
I'd like to go to Southeast Asia though.
You mean like where specifically?
What's it, like Philippines and Thailand. and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
My aunt and uncle lived in Malaysia for years, and I was annoyed that we never, as a family, went to visit them.
Oh
So I
yeah.
was like, I would
Mm.
never do that.
You?
That would be cool.
I think for me, well, there's kind of a few. I'd like to go to Croatia because I've heard it's quite nice.
Yeah.
Iceland, Iceland as well.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
New Zealand too, but that's
Yeah.
kind of like save up for that.
Mm.
So
My sister's been there. She loves New Zealand.
okay, got to get saving.
Well, introduce yourself,
Yes.
please. Who are you?
Who am I?
And what do you do in the school?
Who are
What do
you?
I do? Okay, so my name's Rachel.
I know you're a
and-
traveler.
Yes. I am.
Something
Sorry,
very
sorry.
different.
Good
Before
introduction. Good introduction. I work in the office and I am in charge of admissions. So I deal with children or prospective students that come from inquiry point all the way up to when they withdraw from the school. I also deal with uniform. We won't talk
Woo.
about that.
No.
And
Sensitive subject.
Love
other inquiries, parents. So I mainly deal with the parents, and yeah, mainly that.
Yeah.
I used to a few years ago. I used to do the photocopier machine, fix it every now and
Yes.
again, and give it a
Yeah.
good kick. But now we've got a new one, so
Yeah.
I don't need to do that anymore. But
I know.
I
yes,
still
Yeah.
call you
I
now
miss
and
that
then
old
if it doesn't
machine
work.
actually. Sometimes Rachel, it's nice just to get you
I
down.
know. I actually quite like
Rachel's
doing that in the
job.
office, just to stretch my legs and just to see.
Yeah.
what the
My
crack
favourite was that old machine once. You'll not even understand this. The paper was jammed under the actual tray.
Oh, do you
That's
remember
a
that?
sign
Like
of
that
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
I
That
like,
was so unusual.
That was like,
Yeah.
I pulled the tray out and it was jammed under it. And I was like,
How
don't
did it get?
How'd you
understand.
get there?
How
That's
did
a
it-
sign you
how did
didn't
it
get
get
a new
Yeah, it was.
photocopy.
Yeah, but no, this one's working well. So I'm not a frequent visitor down there.
No, because they normally get me.
Oh,
Someone next
yeah.
door.
Yes.
So, because you work with parents,
Yes.
tell us, please, how do you build positive relationships?
Get their notes up.
Get my notes up.
Also, we can chip into because I mean we deal with parents.
Yeah, we do.
So I actually love kind of what I'm doing because I love like talking with parents. I mean, there's always the good and bad side of things, but I think having a good relationship with parents is actually talking to them and not just about school or payment or anything like that because nobody wants to really talk about that, but just ask them personally, like, how are you doing today, or
Yeah.
what are you
Mm.
doing, what are you into, and even talking about their kids because obviously that could be a favorite subject. And just when you see them smiling, that makes a difference. Like even if it's a bad day in the office, they don't know that, but just
Yeah.
smiling, and that actually helps. Probably me, like
Mm.
feel a little bit
I
like,
haven't
oh,
smiled today.
I haven't smiled
Haven't smiled
today.
today.
Yeah, but just
Yeah.
generally just talking with the parents, having a good sort of just even if it's just small talk or even saying about the weather, that can lead on to things. And quite a few of our parents would travel, so I'm often very curious as to how they get on, and what they do over there. And that kind of thing. So yeah, just
I think so too. I think for us, like it's more we don't see them that much, but apart from parents' evenings, but
Yeah.
unless they come and pick up kids.
See, that's, I was going to say,
Yeah.
I'm very different to you two because you're
Yeah,
at the top of the
I
school.
never see them.
My
Yeah.
parents, like, even though they are still great, they'll still come to the door to pick them up.
Mhm.
So they do feel like, just like, Natana, can I see you for a minute? Which is fine.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just, like, first thing in the morning, I'm like, oh, like, just wait a minute. Or it's harder to be like, can you make an appointment to see me instead of
Yeah,
just
because
coming
they're
in?
there
Yeah.
and you're there. Yeah.
When I taught grade 1, like, I feel like quite a lot of the parents just assumed they could come in with their child and,
Mhm.
like, help them to their seat, hang up their coat, their
Yeah.
bag. And I was like,
yeah.
no, we are not in kindergarten. Leave. So, yeah, but
Yeah.
no, so like, but it's nice to see them in the morning. Like we just wave and we smile.
I do kind of miss that. You sort of
Yeah.
feel a bit disconnected from the parents.
Yeah, a
where-
little bit maybe. Because I didn't
Flashing
know
up
any
stairs.
of the parents even. I didn't have a clue who any of them were
Yeah,
unless they
yeah.
went to their church. But I was like,
Yeah.
no, I didn't know who was coming. Like, I didn't know if it was their parent coming in or not because I never met them.
Yeah.
But sometimes
Know how to
that's
explain that.
really awkward at parents' evening though. You know when the parent comes in and you do not remember whose child it. I was like,
Right.
I mean, it's okay
"Whose
if you're a new
parent are you?"
teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
When
if,
you're us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for
All
me.
this.
Yeah, and do you know it was worse? The class I've taught before. My parents'
Yeah.
evening in October, one of the parents came in and I was like, I don't remember whose dad you are. It was
Yeah.
so bad.
But that's hard
I
if you
know.
don't see
so-
them.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, that was why.
No, it's hard. We see
Yeah.
so many like over the years.
Yes.
Blurred
Come and
into-
go.
Why?
But it's nice. This parents' evening that's coming up.
Mm.
Like we've had the first one.
This
But
one's
it's-
always
I always
nice,
prefer
yeah.
this one, and we only have this one.
Yes.
Oh,
we
nice.
don't do an
Term
end of
three,
year
so-
one.
Oh, that's good.
I like parents evening actually. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it too. I like you said,
Yeah.
chatting to them and
yeah.
Yeah.
talk about different things.
Yeah.
No? Yeah. Okay. How do you deal with parents though who are concerned or upset?
Yes. So I would say the office.
Lovely worded there.
I would say office front would be the first call for parents to come in if they're upset
For
or
sure.
Like
you know
customer
generally,
care.
yeah,
Yeah,
customer, you know, they're generally upset about something or concerned about something. They usually come to us.
Mm.
So what we do, like we obviously maintain professionalism at all times, but we first of all we remain calm because it's so easy if someone comes in maybe shouting at you or raising their voice slightly.
Yeah.
You have to understand that they are coming from a frustrated area. So and we don't know what it is. So generally just listening to them first of all and just sort of emphasizing, you know, where it's applicable and just listening to their concern and then figuring out if we can have we try to have an immediate solution to it. So whether it's like, oh, well, you know, whatever case may be, just try and get that done as soon as possible because the longer that you leave something, it just builds up and the parent just gets more and more frustrated. And we understand that they're not upset at us; they're just upset by the situation that's occurred. So like we always keep that in mind. So generally, just you know, listen to them, find out exactly what's happened. So you hear from their perspective. And then if it's to do with a staff member, teacher, or maybe just a situation, go to that staff member, talk to them about it, see if the staff member can, maybe they can deal with it quickly because maybe they know the solution to it, whatever it may be. If that's not the case, then we take it to whatever department it needs to be, if it's counseling or if it's something else, or generally try and do it through the applicable departments. And then we tell them if we don't have an answer then and there, we usually say to them, we'll get back to you. We'll find out, first of all, let's just give us some time to find out, and we try to get back to them as soon as possible with an answer. So, that's generally how we do it. But yeah, just and always follow up on it as well. Like don't leave it hanging. I think when you leave something hanging, it just builds up, and you can understand that if you're in their situation, you can understand the frustration of not having an answer.
Yeah.
And that's what parents want to have. They want to have
They
that
want
answer.
reassurance.
They want reassurance. That's right. They want reassurance
really do.
of that you're taking care of it or something's gonna.
Yeah.
I think I quite often forget that. Okay, I get frustrated when parents email me something silly, like, has my child found their pencil case today?
Right.
And I'm like, I don't have time to answer this. But then I'm like, okay, I have 600 things to do, but for them, that's actually very important because they're going to have to go and buy a new pencil case if it's lost. They have to replace all this stuff. Whereas to me, I'm like, pencil case. And I'm like, oh yeah, actually. So I forget that sometimes that what they're actually frustrated with is the most important thing for them right now.
Yeah.
So,
And also like those parents are really good because they're following up on their kid and they're checking their kid out.
True.
Oftentimes I find it's so hard to reach some of the parents with the kids that have real needs and you need to talk to them about it and you just can't get a hold of the parents. So the ones that are come in or they're upset about something, quite often you can see they really care about their kid and that's a good thing. It's commendable. I'd say like super parents evening if they have a complaint or something like that. I'll just start writing it down because I feel that really reassures them. They know you're not saying, okay, we'll think about that.
I always have sticky note beside me. Parents even make a note of that.
Then you remember it later too.
I always write it down if it's a phone call. If they come in person, usually I'll write everything that they say down just so that.
I will not remember.
Same.
Like I have had parents
much
first
goes
thing
on
in the
in the
morning
day.
ask me something. At the end of the day, they come and they look at me and I'm like, and they're like, did you not? And I was like, oh, I apologize. I will do that. It's normally sometimes if their kid's off sick and they've dropped their sibling off, they'll come and be like, do I have today's homework? And I'll come back to me at the end of the day. I'll bring it.
That's the hardest one.
I will have forgotten. And I'm like, let me go and get this.
Exactly.
Last question. I've already forgot. Weirdest request or comment for a parent? I would say, a kid said to me, well, I heard it from the kids that the parent had said this, but it was, this year, how old is your teacher? Is she a teenager? That was the comment. And I was like, oh, thank you. I'm not. So, you know, I've been asked a few times, and then other kids were like, yeah, my parents are asking how old you were. Did you have that, Laura?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All the time.
Yeah, they were very shocked, the parents, how young you were.
Yeah. I'm 23.
Yeah. I've had from parents, at parents even, Miss Annie, you're actually really beautiful. Now that I'm up close on you, and I was like, what do I look like if I'm over you?
That's nice.
But actually, I was like, oh, that's sweet. Yeah. I think the weirdest request I've had is when kid brings medicine to school, and the parents like, oh, if every like hour, 2 hours, whatever you could. I'm like,
I forget, which is really
Absolutely
bad.
Not. That has to go to
Yeah,
the office.
You know
I've
the
had-
hours that are
yeah,
going
They're not
by.
supposed to have.
or like
medicine
they
there.
like they're like, oh, if I give you
Yeah.
Calpol, you just I was like, no,
No, no, no.
I would
your
forget
child is
this
going
thing.
home. I
Yep.
was like, no. But it's
Just go home.
no, literally. Or,
But they're not supposed
yeah.
to have medication in the
No,
bag.
no,
They're supposed to
they're
go
not.
straight to the
Yeah,
office.
That's like, oh. Or my last school I was in, one of the kids in the class, he kept getting lice lessons, and the parents were like, "You would just scrape it out for us."
Oh no!
Nope.
No,
I was like, "That is not my
no.
job. I'm sorry, it's not my
No.
job." But
I understand the whole life
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
Oh, that was me all last
I
year.
know.
We had a scare today. We'll
We
not talk
did.
about that.
No. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll tell you later.
That
was whole drama.
I think that was probably the weirdest one. Just can you? Oh, I forgot my weird one. Oh, sorry. No, right. I had when I was teaching in England.
I get weirder than
we,
scratches.
we taught into July. So I was in school on the 12th of July, and in Northern Ireland it's quite a big holiday.
Why?
Right. So this little boy in my class, he came in with the Union Jack. He's like waving it, and he goes, "My mummy said to give this to you today because it's a really important day in your culture." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Imagine.
I taught in a Catholic school.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, thank you. So one of the other teachers in the school was from home, she's from Derry, and when I met her, she said, I'm from Derry, and I was like, so we laughed about it, like we did laugh about it a lot. So I went to her and goes, in the class brought this for me today because it's an important day at home, and she was like, I just laughed. So actually that was quite funny. I was like,
Oh, funny.
yeah, I hung it up on my desk.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Anyone else? Weird comments?
I just,
Requests?
just how old I am. That's what.
I don't get a lot.
No, neither did I. I haven't had a lot this year.
Maybe because we're upper primary and by then they're like, oh,
They
it's
should have
fine.
done, yeah. And I feel like grade 1, but kindergarten must as well. Like they must get some
Younger
ones.
grades.
Yeah.
That's where it all happens.
Yeah. Grade 1 would always be, can you make sure my child's eating their lunch?
Oh yeah.
My job.
Must be old enough to do
Can
that.
you cut their sandwich for them?
Oh no.
Can you open their banana for them?
I
Good
can.
manage.
I've not from a parent. I mean, it may be a parent now, but I've had an ex-pupil ask a strange request.
Oh.
Okay.
So they had sent an email a while back, and they wanted their old school report card changed to change one of their grades to have be higher. And this is 20 years ago, so this is before our present principal. And they
Rather
wanted
cheeky.
it to, it was rather cheeky, so that it would be above the class average or
Yeah, that's
whatever.
pretty
Yes, they
Oh,
asked
is
us
it?
to change the actual school report card that was signed by the previous headmaster, and
Wow.
we're
Oh
like,
my
no,
goodness.
That's not
that's
happening.
not
so
happening
sad.
at all. That is
No.
not correct.
All right, let's do it.
it.
Little bit of mix.
No, not possible at all.
Sweet
So,
mouse.
yeah.
No one will notice.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. We've had a few of that.
That's mad.
Hmm.
Like, no, we can't do that at all. Like, honestly.
Sorry, that's a you problem.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
you got.
Should have studied harder.
Yes, yeah.
Take you back 20
I mean,
years.
the grades have passed, so they passed the year, but it just they want to.
So those people came here 20 years ago. I was
Well,
like,
I'm just roughing, like it's just
Yeah.
Oh, right,
approximate.
right,
It's not like, yeah.
It was a while ago.
It's a while ago.
Yeah.
So kids, study hard.
Yes, do.
Yes.
Don't ask Rachel to change your report
I'm
card.
doing nothing of the sort.
Don't ask me to comb your kid's head for lice because I'm not doing it.
Apparently, we're not allowed to,
No,
so that's good. Sorry, we can't.
Health and safety.
And we don't want to
I
either.
don't
So.
want to, to be honest. But I will very kindly send you home. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
On that note.
that's how you deal
On
with
that
parents.
On the license.
But like, yeah, to end it, we appreciate you
Yes,
parents.
we really
And
do.
you have your child all day, every day. We just have for a little amount, you know, and you're amazing.
You are.
So, thank you.
Yeah.
They are.
No.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't. I admire even like our colleagues who teach all day
Yes.
and then they go home and they have children.
Children
Yeah.
and they have
Like,
to, yeah.
No.
I mean, I go home and have a nap, but
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
assuming you can't really do that. 'Cause your
No.
kid probably isn't going to go for a nap
No,
as well.
no.
That'll be me as a mum.
You have to deal with
It's
the
nap
homework.
time.
Yeah, it's not an
Forced
easy
nap.
job.
No.
It's a full-time job, 24/7,
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
for life nearly,
Mhm.
you know, for
Yeah.
some. It's
Yeah.
so, not an easy thing. Very
That's true.
admirable.
Well,
Okay.
thank you for coming.
Thank you for
Rachel.
having me on.
Thanks,
Thank
Rachel.
you. It's very
Yes,
nice to
came
be
all the
on
way
here.
from the office.
Yes.
All the way
Thanks
up.
for the journey.
Yes, it's quite the journey. Got distracted along the way. But
Some
we made it.
traffic. Yeah,
There was a bit of
always
traffic,
is,
yeah.
Glad you could make it. Come
Glad to get
again.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
We just go.
Okay.
I'll see you at home.
Yes, of course.
Like we wrap this up,
Yeah.
I'm actually sweating.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.